Greetings, everybody. Ben Kennedy here again, for the first time in a long time. If you've kept up with my channel, you've probably seen my old videos from the Associate's Degree Program with SDI. I'm back at it again with SDI for the Handgun Specialist Program. So today's topic, really, it's going to be a short video. Basically, I want to kind of touch on the upbringing of revolvers and some of the deficiencies that they may have had and some of the fixes that took place to, get revolvers to where they're at today. But before I dive into it, I have a new shop now. So this is where you'll be seeing me do a lot more of my videos. But back to the assignment. So really just going way back to the very beginning, I want to talk about the Collier revolver. Collier, not sure how to pronounce it, but it's named after, who was it? Alicia Hayden Collier. So she's one of the three people that really designed the very first revolver or concept revolver, successful one, sort of, I guess. Now it was a flintlock first, and then it ultimately became a percussion cap system. But the big flaw that it had was that it was expensive to manufacture, and also that operating it was kind of a hassle to most people. So that's where the name Colt, which most of you are probably more familiar with, comes in. Samuel Colt, to be exact. His first model, the Model 1, was the first successful revolver to have a actual revolving cylinder that would actuate when the hammer's cocked. But just like nothing's ever perfect on the first try, that model required disassembly in order to reload the cylinders. So in order to get access to the cylinders and pack them again with a powder and projectile and stuff, you had to remove the barrel, which would then let you remove the cylinder. That's where he then came out with the Model 2, which had a cutout in the recoil shield, which is that part of the revolver that some revolvers will have a loading gate on. So just imagine one of those guns without a reloading gate. That's essentially what it was like. And then from then on, that would lead up to, several successful designs of Colt revolvers from there on for the next several decades. And then, Remington and Smith & Wesson would come around and join the game with military contracts and whatnot. But fast forward to the introduction of metallic cartridges, Smith & Wesson actually got dibs on the first patent for a metallic cartridge revolver. You can probably guess that that's pretty much kind of how it went kind of uphill from then to today. Minus, at that point on, it was really just, not so many fixes per se, but more innovations to make it, safer, add features, make it more user-friendly. Those deficiencies and fixes that I just mentioned were like the really big, revolutionizing ones. Now, as far as like modern day deficiencies that there might be, I feel like a lot of people could agree that bore axis is probably a big one. Somebody already, beat me to it in our discussion post this week, but the Chiappa rhinos, right? So the idea is that the bottom 6 o'clock cylinder or the bottom 6 o'clock chamber is going to be the one that's firing the round, therefore the recoil is going into your palm and not over your hand. But I wouldn't say that that's really the high bore axis was kind of an issue either, because that's just the nature and beauty of revolvers. I feel like nowadays it's really not even so much chasing after fixes for issues, but more like chasing after the eagerness of people that want something different and new. So that's why you have people like me and everybody else in my class that a lot of us want to just learn more about guns or fix guns or manufacture guns, which is ultimately my goal. So speaking of which, if you're interested in getting started in gunsmithing, pretty much everything I taught you today I learned from a lecture. It's published through SDI, so it's not stuff I know. I learned that in the past few days. So check them out. I'll put the link in the description for you. And without further ado, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more pistol videos.